Welcome back to my channel. If you have not liked and subscribed the channel, please like and subscribe the channel. In this video I'm going to say you how you can find the build version build number for your Apple operating system. So if you are wondering, right, or maybe want to block through Microsoft Intune any specific build versions like beta or productions or RC release, which is actually is similar to pre-release. So how you can find the build version? You can go to your phone. If you have phone, you can go to your phone settings, general and about, and click on your version, whatever the version you have, like 16 or 17.6.1. if you click on that, you will see the build version there as well. It will be like this one. If you see my screen here, build. So how you can find? You can just open the developer.apple.com, right? developer.apple.com/download and log in with your Apple ID or developer accounts. Since I am already logged in here, you can see. So once you log in with your account, then you will see this one. So the first one, the which is actually latest, right? So here you can see, because we have access the developer account, right? So here you can see only the beta. So I'm just showing for beta. In general ways, you can check on your devices, or you can refer to other general, you can easily find it. So since once you browse the developer.apple.com/downloads, right, since I have already opened here, and you log in with your Apple ID and developer account here. So here you can see the beta software. So beta software is also referred as a preview, seed, or Apple release candidates, right? So RC means release candidate. So if iOS 18 is coming on 16th of September, they release a pre-release which is called the release candidates, right? So it is a pre-release version of the software that is still under development but not yet released to the public. That's why it's called a pre-release, right? So how you can also install the profile. You can also download the restore images. If you click it here, you can download it for, because these RC are upgraded, this RC version. You can download all the restored image and you can find the build version, and you can see the release date on September 9. Similar like for iPad OS, you see the build number. If you go for Mac, see build number. These are the beta RC release. If you see RC 17.7, this is the build, and it's also released on September. If you see 18.1 beta, you see it has the beta. And like if your device is running on later and go 16.4 and later, you can go to the setting, general update, and choose the beta updates, right? Or choose the developer beta to install before testing your software, right? Make sure you enable the developer mode in the settings and privacy as well. So you see the 18.1 release on 28 August, and the build version is this one. So suppose if you are looking for beta version, you can directly put 18.1. How you can use this? And you see 18.1 is available on Pro, 15 Pro and 15 Pro. You can see the build. So how you can block this, right? If you want to block the beta version, there is no way from Microsoft Intune to block the beta versions. You can just apply the condition policy in your app protection policy or compliance policy, right? Or you can set the minimum OS version, but there is no way to block the beta for the BYD devices. Of course, I have already made video on how you can block for your, if you are using a company supervised devices, you can block it. But what you can do, there is no way to block for BYD. So what you can do, you can copy this build versions. Like if I want to block this beta 3, go to Microsoft Intune, go to select devices. Since it's iOS, you go to the, first you have to create a compliance policy, right? Because you are marking as a non-compliant, right? So just create a new policy here. So if I give block, iOS 18.1 beta 3 release for all the iOS devices. Okay, and just next, and then go to the device properties. You see here there is two options. Either you can put maximum OS version 8.1, but if you put 8.1, they don't know whether it's a beta or public, right? If you put 8.0 or 0, they don't understand whether it's a beta or production release. So for that, what we need a maximum OS versions, right? So we can put maximum OS versions. So if anyone will update this to this software, right? So you want to block this software, so you have to put the build version there, right, in the maximum OS versions. So even if the device is running on this software and this build versions, it will mark as a compliant, right? If it's running above, then it will mark as a non-compliant. So what you have to do, you have to use the below version, right? So you can use the below version so that it will mark as a non-compliant. So what I will do, I will use this beta. Okay, so you can copy this one 17.6 okay, and then go to here, apply the maximum OS version, and then go to next, and you can select the send email push notifications or whatever, apply, create. You can apply to the supervised devices or any devices. Suppose I am applying, because this can be applied to all the devices. So if you set like this maximum OS version, so if any devices are running on this version up to this version, this build version, which is 17.6.1, then your devices will be compliant. If the devices will run above that, the beta version, build version, then it will mark as a non-compliant. You can always go and edit and replace with any build versions so that it will specifically mark. You can also set the minimum OS build versions, or if you are doing for the production release, not for beta, then this you can put the minimum OS version 16.6, OS version maximum you want to put 16.70.6.1, which is latest. So if any devices are, this is for the production, right? But if you want to apply the compliance policy for the beta, then you have to put the build version as well. So also you can use the build version for productions as well, because some production release will have the security release as well, which start from E or A, right? So I will show you something here. So if you open this one, okay, so it does not have the CVID. Okay, you can also, like, if you are putting like, no, it's not like that. So let me export it here. So maximum OS version, so it will show like this beta version 28A, and if you go there, if you put like this, we need to find the exact maximum really the build version of this one, and you can put there in the maximum. But I'm just showing it for the productions. You can use the either minimum OS version or maximum OS version, or you can go to the specific build version if you have any security releases, or right, so that it will be easy. Okay, go to next, save. So if any devices, the devices must be running on 16, and maximum it can run 17.601. If any devices are going above like 18 production release, it will mark as a non-compliant. Similar thing you can do in your configurations profile. You can create a new policies. You can go to the templates and select the restrictions here. If you select restrictions, create, I'm just doing for you, and go to the general, and you can select the minimum OS here. You see iMessage, connected devices. So you can put the minimum OS version and maximum OS version here as well, and also in the app restrictions policy. So I don't know where is it. Let me find that. So if you go to here, or maybe I am searching somewhere else. Let's go to iOS enrollment, and no, go to apps, app production policies, create new policies. So iOS, go to next, select all apps or Microsoft apps, whatever you already have maybe, and now go to here, next, conditional launch. Yeah, here in the device condition, if you select the minimum OS versions like 16, the app should be minimum OS version. You can set the 16.7.1, and if you want to warm or block it, whatever, or you can also set the maximum OS version, right, like 18.0.0, and you want to block it, right? So these conditions, if the device is running on minimum OS version, it can warn, or if it's running on 18, you can block it. So whatever you can define it in the rule, and so that you can block the access, right, if the device is running on 18.0 during the conditional launch for Outlook application or Microsoft Team, right? So those conditions you can apply. You can select the data, select all the setting here, or you can select the core Microsoft application or selected applications. So this is how you can block the access if your device is running on iOS 18, or you can apply the policies, right, as I have shown you through the compliance policy. So you have to, and if you want to block for the new enrollment as well, so you can always apply the device. You can restrict the platform restrictions as well, and you can put the maximum OS version as well. So user will not able to enroll iOS 18 devices. This is how you can apply the compliance policy and block your iOS 18 devices. Till then, thank you, have a good day, and you know how to find the build versions as well from the Apple side for beta.